I have the pleasure of talking with Ryan Sanada with the Hawaiʻi Employers Council, and I want to thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Lila.
And you bring a background in...
I have a legal background in labor and employment law, so before joining the council, I practiced labor and employment law here in Hawaii for about 10 years with a private law firm. Before that, I had a short stint as a prosecutor, which is kind of weird to go from criminal law to employment law, but that's the path that I've taken to get to where I am today.
Well, I'm sure if we talk long enough, we'll find some segue in
yes,
that experience. But the Hawaiʻi Employers Council, what is their purpose and mission?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. So we basically provide Hawaii's businesses with HR and labor relations services, which means that we help them with things like HR consultation.
Human resources.
Human resources, yes. Negotiating contracts, managing contracts. We provide a lot of training for supervisors, HR professionals, executive management staff, and that sort of thing.
So it's a professional organization that offers guidance also for large businesses, small businesses, or?
Correct. So we are a professional nonprofit organization, and we're membership driven. So we don't have clients, we have members because we're a nonprofit. And our members run the gamut for small businesses to Hawaii's largest companies. And the industry is run from construction, hospitality, hotels, pretty much you name it, and we cover them.
So you provide a lot of different services and different opportunities. Why would a business want to, or an employer want to connect with you?
Good question. So as a former representative and small business owner, I'm sure you know that Hawaii's employment laws are very strict towards the employer side. And one thing that I've learned in my practice is that a lot of companies tend to make decisions based on what they think is a law, and what they think is a law is based on either what they think other companies are doing, or what their uncle, who's not a lawyer, tells them that their company does, or quite frankly, what they read on Google on the internet. And that's a pretty dangerous way to conduct business, in my opinion. I've taken the philosophy that the best way to handle employment decisions is to be proactive. In other words, the best defense is a good offense, because I always strive to prevent lawsuits from happening before they become a problem, right? I believe companies that don't want to call an attorney ahead of time to get legal advice are sometimes being penny wise and pound foolish, because they don't want to call a lawyer and get charged for a phone call. Whereas when they do that, what happens is down the road, they might get sued for making an honest mistake, and then they pay huge legal fees down the road. The beauty of being a member of HEC is that once you join our company, your phone calls are unlimited and free.
That's very much of an incentive. And I appreciate what you suggest is that being proactive is not necessarily being fear-driven.
Right.
At all.
Right. You're correct. It's not being fear-driven, but we have to be cognizant of the fact that the laws in Hawaii and federally are always changing, and they make it harder and harder to do business here in Hawaii. And I've seen many companies when I was in private practice who got sued for making a pretty honest mistake that they had no ill will or bad intentions, but they're either misinformed or misunderstood what the law was. Our job is to give people the confidence and peace of mind to make the right decisions when they want to do something for their workplace, and not worry about getting sued down the road.
And I would imagine too that part of your role is so that the employers don't feel alone here.
Right.
Not just information, but they also feel supported.
Right, we're here to help. I feel like people in human resources and labor relations, they work really hard, but they don't get the recognition sometimes that other employees might get. And you can call it almost a thankless job in some ways, and we're here to help those people feel like they should be appreciated.
Well, and we appreciate you and the work that you do. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Lila.
We've been chatting with Ryan Sanada with the Hawaiʻi Employers Council. Thank you for joining us as well.